Hey, my name is Influence. You're watching You Impact, and all of this is brought to you by Human Impact LLC, where we encourage you to think, grow, and inspire. Today is a very special day, a very special episode that we have. We have our very first guest speaker, Tut Kailech. He's a young entrepreneur. He's a fashion designer, and here in about a month or so, or a semester or so, I should say, you're going to be a college graduate. So thank you for being here with us today.
For sure, brother.
At the end, we're going to look at a lot of the products that you brought with you and your merchandise so they can get a good view of that. But for right now, I just kind of want to get to know you and your business. So what does Y.A.T.O stand for, and what does that mean?
So Y.A.T.O is an acronym for You.Are.The.One. So this is not just a clothing line. I wanted to make a brand that promoted a certain type of lifestyle that has benefited me, that I think will benefit others.
Okay.
So this brand stands on 3 pillars: self-love, self-accountability, and self-empowerment. So let me explain. So self-love is when you understand your strengths and your weaknesses, you honor your well-being, and hold yourself with compassion. And then once you do that, you can keep your head held high and walk through this world with confidence, not with ego, but with confidence, and then carry that through. So leads us to self-accountability. So it's easy to become a victim in this world. Obviously, we see everything going around. But we are the ones who own the story, so we get to write the ending, all right? So what we need to do is hold ourselves accountable by making a plan for whatever passion that you have, right?
Yep.
So you need to make an actionable plan to then get those goals and those dreams. So that leads into self-empowerment. Self-empowerment is when you realize that all these things that have gone into your life have actually empowered you to become the person that you are today. So empowerment is the most crucial thing, but it had to come from self-love and accountability first. A lot of people think the law of attraction is, I'm just going to think this and it's just going to happen. But no, you have to actually have action. And then your thoughts have to actually match that. And then you start flowing through this reality a lot smoother because you're living within your truth. You're not trying to be somebody else. You understand the importance of you, and you understand that you have value on this earth and nobody else has that kind of value that you could give. So it's important to always remember that you are the one. So that's why I think those 3 pillars is what we need to stand on as a brand, because we need to have importance on the individual.
With everything that you do, between making music, between designing clothes, and just putting your brand out there and going to school, I understand that balance must be very important.
Yes.
For me personally, I had to make the place I sit or the place I stand like a place of peace.
Yes.
If I can't think straight, I can't eat right.
Exactly.
If I can't think straight, I can't go to sleep. The daily functions of life, my routine becomes hard, if not, very, very difficult and frustrating.
Yes.
And so I understand how important it is to find a form of balance. And I follow you on Facebook and social media. And what really stood out to me is you had this video that said mental health isn't anything to play with.
Yeah.
Could you elaborate that for us?
So mental health is super important. I remember the first time somebody has mentioned mental health, and it wasn't directed towards me, but it was just like, oh, why would you do that? So you're like, you're weak. But as I went through the whole process of somebody who comes with an unbiased opinion, who I'm telling my problems to, my cycles of thought, they can then give me like a new way of thinking to process all those old traumas, those childhood memories, to then bring into light, like, actually, these are the great things that are within you. You just looked at it in a different way. It's something that's so simple, but we are like, I think it's our ego of being like, I'm strong and I don't want to be vulnerable, but there's strength and vulnerability. Because like, if you actually ask for help, that actually is a sign of strength, not a sign of weakness. Knowing that, hey, I'm in a place where I don't want to be, but it's okay, and I want to get help from somebody who can,
I really like that. I really like what you had to say about their strength and vulnerability. Working with Human Impact LLC, I've been able to speak to a lot of individuals, and ultimately I realized too, like, how hard it is and how hard it can be for anyone to say, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, and this is something that, you know, I'm sure if we talk about it, it makes sense and, you know, it's rational.
Yes.
But I think it can be so easily overlooked. Okay, so the last thing I want to go over here is the things that you brought with you today.
Yeah.
I know you fashion and design clothes, and I kind of want to get a look at that. I haven't seen any of it personally for myself yet.
Cool,
and so
cool.
I see that you're wearing it with you today.
This is one of one, but, you know, I just have to wear it. This is my first time that I wore for my first performance at the Bourbon, so I thought it'd be perfect that I brought it out for you and Pat. This is one of my favorite snapbacks. It's a heather gray with the red bill with the green underbill, just with our logo on the front, and then it says You.Are.The.One on the back, baby. Isn't that dope? All right, let me take a look at that if you want. Okay. And then one of my favorites that I rock all the time, especially this time of year, is the beanie, which has the same logo, just a patch, palm ball on the top, and obviously what do you think it says on the back, baby? You are the one.
I like the chain of command coming down here.
So this was the first tracksuit top that we've made. We have the letters right there. We wanted the font to kind of be like sort of like watery, just to symbolize the drip that's going on right now. And then we have embroidered logo on the side, a lot of stitching right there. And then this is the most important piece of this hoodie, is to live your dreams.
I like that.
And then things that have been going off the shelf that I had to stop producing of these windbreakers. People like the simplicity of it. We just have the logo on the left chest. Zip up, blue, the Nipsey blue, rest in peace Nipsey Hussle. So just something simple, no lightweight jacket. We have it in many colors. Then we have a red one for Husker Red, you know, same thing. Just mostly red, logo on left chest. And then the hat that I'm wearing is literally the same thing as the first hat that I showed you guys. The logo on the front, then You.Are.The.One on the back. So yeah, those are a couple things that I have. I have like crop tops, slouch beanies, fanny packs. We're rebranding right now, so we're gonna have a pop-up shop and a relaunch of all the new products that we're about to have.
Can I expect, or could the audience expect, in this new rebranding, in this new process, to still get hand-delivered products from you?
Yeah.
This is also something else that I caught just through social media.
Yeah.
Everyone who buys You.Are.The.One products, he does these either photos or deliveries. And I thought that was really creative and really awesome to, you know, imagine going to Amazon or something, like Jeff Bezos shows up at your door like, thank you for shopping with me, you know? And so that's a step of quality, that's a step of care. I appreciate that, man.
Because it's like the least I can do, because you're supporting a movement that is going to go places just because of like people who actually purchase the brand or actually share, like, or comment. Because they're the ones that are helping this vision become what it is now.
So lastly here, I just wanted to go over, since you are an artist, you know, are there any songs or anything like that you want people to be on the lookout for? You want to plug anything in for a moment?
Yeah, so luckily today, my first ever song was put on the radio at 89.3 KZUM. It was the song Roses featuring Ellie Benish. I know she's probably going to be looking at this. But our song Roses is the latest one that we have out. It's a pretty smooth track, a little bouncy track. It's a tribute to Mac Miller. And then also, if you want to listen to my music, and I think you should go look up King T on all platforms. It's K1, the letter 1, and then NGT, and that's on all platforms. So make sure you go check that out, man.
All right, well, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Awesome. Well, thank you for watching. That's what we have for you today, guys. Be sure to tune in for our next episode.